All right, here we go. Last official planet in the family of the sun gets ready to walk on stage in the planetary lineup. Let's say our planets, starting with the star at the center of our solar system: Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Moon, Mars, asteroid belt, Jupiter, Saturn. The last planet we included was Uranus or Uranus. And today's planet is Neptune. Take a look at that. It's pretty, isn't it? It's got, does it look like it has cloud cover and some storms maybe? Wow, let's put it in line. Out here past Uranus, and oh my goodness, take a look. Does it almost look like it's the same size? Yes, but just a little smaller. So what do you think about it? If Jupiter's our largest planet in our solar system, and Saturn's the next largest, and Uranus was the third largest, what do you think about Neptune? I think it's probably the fourth largest. Let's go find out. Okay. Here we go. And as we know, it's a planet past the asteroid belt. So it's not one of the four inner planets. It's one of the four outer planets. That's right. It's an outer planet. It's called Neptune. And the planet Neptune has huge storm systems that are the size of planet Earth. Oh, wow. That is not really big enough compared to Earth. Nope. That planet should be a lot bigger because the storms on Neptune are as big as planet Earth. Wow, that's huge. It is the windiest of all the planets. So it has more wind than any other planet in our solar system. Hang on. Wind speeds top, that means go over or exceed, 1,200 miles per hour. Big exclamation point. That means like, wow. 1,200 miles per hour or 1,200 miles per hour. You can say it either way. Wow. Nothing could exist on Neptune with winds going that fast. We never have winds that fast here on Earth. All right, let's read a far out fact. Triton, Neptune's largest moon, has geysers. Those are like eruptions that spew icy material more than 5 miles high. Oh my goodness. 5 miles? That's like going from here to maybe I-35 or here to Jessa and Thatcher's house from the cottage school. Wow, that's really far. Or maybe it's like going to Max's house. He lives out in the country. I'm not quite sure. Or maybe it's like going from the cottage school to David's because he lives out in the country too. Wow, that means it's a volcano type thing that erupts and spews up into the atmosphere 5 miles high, but it's icy material. Okay, remind me. We're going to talk about that more in a minute when we look at our book because we're going to find out what Neptune's mantle is. Well, one day on Neptune is 16 Earth hours. So how long does it take for our Earth to rotate on its axis? It goes around once every 24 hours, and it makes day and night. And day in North America, and then night in North America because it's on the dark side. It's away from the sun, as we've said so many times. Okay, it has 13 moons. So its day, just to review that, it only takes 16 hours for it to rotate on its axis. It has 13 plus moons, and it does have rings. Let's talk about its diameter, its distance across. If we cut it in half and opened it up, 49 10,528 kilometers, or 30,776 miles. And its distance from the sun is 4.5 billion kilometers, or 2.78 billion miles. So far, we can't even comprehend. Let's see which planet it is from the sun. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Neptune is the 8th planet from the sun. All right, let's find out a little bit more information. So, as this card says, it's the 8th planet from the sun, and it does say it's the 4th largest planet in our solar system. Wow. Let's see what its year is. Its solar revolution, that's its year length, is 165 years. 165 years? Neptune. No one has ever lived long enough on Earth. Well, I take that back. Methuselah, some of the people in the Bible, Noah. No, let's see. Yeah, Noah lived 900 years. So, I think I've got that right. May have to go look that up. But it takes 165 years for Neptune to make one complete revolution around the sun and go back to its same spot. And that's because it's way out in space. It is not close to the other planets like this. It's way far away. Way far away. I just put it like this on our mat so we can look at them, talk about them. Wow, 165 years for it to go around the sun once. Okay, let's read what it says. It has number of moons, 14, and Triton is the largest. Wow, it's named after the Roman god of the sea. Have you ever heard about Neptune? And he looks like he has a fork that's called a Triton. So they named the moon, one of the moons, or the largest moon of Neptune, after his spear thing that has 3 prongs. Okay, let's see. Neptune has a layer of methane in its atmosphere that makes it appear blue. It is one of the stormiest places in our solar system. The visible dark spots are actually gigantic, long-lasting storms. Wow, this picture doesn't show it very well. A few little spots. So instead of having a big red spot like Jupiter, it has dark spots. And it is the first planet to be discovered by predictions based on mathematical models in 1846 by Johann Galle. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But let's take a look at what we have to write. First grade in kindergarten, what you have to trace actually. Get your yellow folders out and your pencil. And here's the sentence. It says, Neptune is the first planet to be discovered, not by observation. That means they didn't see it with their own eyes. They didn't see it through a telescope or anything, but by predictions based on mathematical models. Mathematical means mathematics, or the study of math. So that's one reason why we study math, so that we can learn how to do practical things. But someday you might actually need it because you may want to study the stars and the planets. Just like some of the people who discovered these things, like the man William Herschel I told you about the other day, and his sister. I did look it up. His sister's name was Caroline, and she did help him discover Uranus. And actually, she got a comet named after her. But let's talk about Neptune for a minute. If you're a pre-K student, you want to color the coloring sheet, ask your mom to print it off. And you are going to color it blue, but don't forget, it's got these storms going across its surface. It's really beautiful. Okay, let's take a look. Go across our mat over here. 2. There's our solar system right there. Super cool. We are going to do Pluto. We are. Even though it's a dwarf planet, we're still going to lay it out and talk about it. But let's take a look at Neptune. Neptune is the most distant of the 4 giant gas planets. It is blue, windy. It is a blue, windy, and cold world with a ring system and a family of 13 moons. Oh, our card said 14. I want to read this to you. It says, the great dark spot, center left. So that must be there, but that looks light to me. Oh, yeah. No, there it is. Sorry. Dark. There's a highlight right there. The great dark spot was a storm bigger than Earth, seen on Neptune in 1989. Wow, that was the year I got married. Its white clouds are methane ice. Wow. So it does have ice. It's a very icy planet, and so is Uranus. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. I thought this was important. So it does have an iron core, just like Earth has an iron and nickel core, but its mantle, remember the next part of Earth? Its mantle had hot molten rock or lava, and then its crust has some of that too. Look at what its mantle's made of. It's made of an icy mantle. So no wonder it has geysers that spew ice. So its volcanoes and geysers shoot out ice instead of hot lava. Isn't that crazy? And it has an atmosphere of hydrogen, helium, and methane. All right, let's see what else I wanted to show. Oh, this says Neptune is very large in Triton's sky. The moon's surface is frozen nitrogen and methane at negative 390 degrees Fahrenheit. It is the coldest surface in the solar system. Whoa. So the moon of Neptune, they say, is the coldest place in the solar system. Now, I'm going to tell you about how they actually discovered Uranus and Neptune, what they saw, how they saw information about it. But this guy, his name is Urbain Le Verrier, a French astronomer, calculated the position of an unknown planet that affected the orbit of Uranus. So he noticed that Uranus was orbiting funny and rotating on its axis funny. And so because Neptune, he thought there's got to be something affecting this. And he calculated it mathematically. Well, he gave that information to this guy, Johann Galle, who actually then found the planet Neptune in 1846 through a telescope. All right, let me tell you about this. When they sent a space probe called Voyager 2 in 1989, that's when they discovered more information about Uranus and about Neptune, but it took years and years for it to get there. Here, let's see. Neptune's appearance. I want to read just this last part to you. Neptune's atmosphere is mainly hydrogen and helium. Like Uranus, it also contains methane, which gives the planet its brilliant blue color. Neptune is bluer than Uranus because there is more methane in Neptune's upper clouds. White and dark features appear on Neptune's surface. The dark spot was seen by Voyager 2, but had disappeared by 1994 when the Hubble Space Telescope looked at the planet. Well, the Voyager was sent way out into space, and it traveled, and it was taking pictures of all the planets as it went along. But finally, astronomers developed the Hubble Space Telescope, which could... It also travels in space, but it can be information can be controlled a little bit more on it. And so now it's still working, the Hubble Space Telescope, and we're still getting information about space from it. All right, let's see what this says. The dark spots and white clouds are forced around Neptune by high winds. Oh, I forgot to tell you this. Neptune spins in a counterclockwise direction when viewed from the north, but the winds blow in the opposite direction. So instead of it turning on its axis like we've shown Earth going clockwise, the way a clock goes, from right to left, basically, it goes the other way. So Neptune spins the other direction. It goes from left to right, left to right. So that may be part of the reason why it has this crazy cloud cover, because its storms go the other way. Wow. Okay. What do you think? Got a lot going on in our solar system. We're almost done because we are going to learn about the last planet, Pluto. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at our solar system poster. We're all the way out here. We are almost finished. Okay, well, I will see you again another day. Bye now.